Hey guys, how you doing? PigBenis here. As I had asked in my previous video where you guys want to see me to mine, a couple of you said Foma, a couple said Planet Arcadia, so for this video we're going to be up here on Foma. Hopefully we'll get something, although I have my doubts for a couple of reasons. One, the Hoffboard is somewhat full today for mining. Nice 36k, grats to Mark Zayo, and also to a Dark Sleeper for the Igni, and Raf Yato for his Cald. Huge, just huge, lots of towers, that's all I'll say. I don't know, there's like six towers on the board today, so and also it seems as though hell is the place to be at this moment, so you know, of course, right? It's pretty typical. I've not been on a lot lately, but unfortunately I couldn't follow that trend and be in hell for all the Hoffs and everything. But anyway, let's get on to the content release, the patch notes for 2012.6. And in the meantime, we're just going to do a little mining with the D class here on Foma with the F213. And we're going to drop both because this is an Alice and Cumbra's Dome, at least it used to be. We'll see what happens. If we get anything good, if not, then, well, in the next video, hopefully we'll get something. What I wanted to say earlier was that the next video will be Planet Cyrene, because I want to get back there for a while now, just to kind of start mapping out the planet a little bit more than I had for ores and matters. So we'll see what happens if I could sell off my like 2 pages of auctions on Calypso, and then I'll head over there and do the next video. But I gotta wait a bit because the Calypso auction is just absolutely filled with resources from my previous week's mining. So it seems to be slow going at the moment as far as the economy on Cali is going. So hopefully that'll pick up. We'll see. So on to the content release patch notes. Cali. Alright, new weapon models for a couple of guns. Also, a large number of craftable weapons and blueprints, as well as blueprint components. A couple of new iron challenges. It seems like the smaller mobs have a couple of new iron challenges there. A bunch of creature rebalancing. Now, I'm not going to go into each and every creature. The aloe was changed. The hoglo was changed. The I don't know. There's just a ton of them. You really have to take a look at it, see what, when, and where, and how they've been changed. They completely rebalanced a bunch of them. Some for the absolute bad, some for the good. Yeah, but you could take a look at the client loader or Planet Calypso forum and to find out the specific information there. And also, overall, there's a decay for running limited vehicles. Now, apparently right now, it's like the special vehicles or the newbie gifts, you know, the new quest item gifts that the new characters get while they receive their new quests items. You know, like the quad and the quad and the helicopter, and I think the spear is one, and the hover pod. Look at this! Holy shit! There's two towers in here. Well, we're not going to find shit in here. Let's head back to another dome. Maybe we'll find something else. Rocktropia. Not too much really going on in Rocktropia. A bunch of bug fixes and whatnot. I know the demonic excavator, the efficiency has been changed on that. If you don't know what it was like a newer player excavator, and the efficiency was absolutely incredible. It was like the most efficient thing in the whole universe, and apparently they went and changed that item. Rocktropia also introduced an oil rig at the new Harlem docks, so that's kind of interesting. If you guys didn't know, here's a little tip. The thing, well actually Antarctica, I should say, on Rocktropia has an oil rig in it. I'm not sure if it's still there after their changes. I have not been in there in several months, but you used to be able to get free ped in Antarctica just by collecting the oil at the end of the thing missions. So yeah, just a little tip there. Anyway, vehicles have been disabled at the power plant. Now, that sucks. That really fucking sucks. I wasn't happy about vehicles being disabled in PvP 4 on Cali, although it always used to be that way. and that's kind of what, you know, it kind of made the power plant PvP stand out a little bit. So, but I kind of saw that coming a mile away once they did swap that back over on Calypso. But I'm not happy about that. I think, you know, I mine it quite a lot at the power plant in Calypso, a lot more than I ever care to really talk about on video. And there's a milky water. There's Alicinanes in here, so we're gonna stick with the energy matter if we can in fact pull Alicinanes, which is a different conversation, which maybe I will talk about in the very next video when I get to Siren. Anyway, so yeah, power plants, it's done. It's done. You know, that sucks that they had to do that, but I mean, I understand it. Hey, you know what? I still have a TP chip. Still have a couple big guns in storage to use, so maybe maybe I'll just have to adapt. You know, that's what the game's all about, right? Well, maybe. All right, so Arcadia. Oh, Arcadia. All right, we have a creature rebalancing. Some notable creatures that I've seen, such as the Scoria, was rebalanced. There's quite a few of them actually that have been rebalanced, but arc weapons rebalancing. I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm gonna come back to the arc weapons rebalancing because I really want to talk about that because it involves SIB adjustments and basically the item information is different and you need a new skill level to use those efficiently and effectively, and that really sucks for some people. Okay, Arcadia also got some terrain updates, I guess by the quarry. And overall, there's a few new monster spawns. Let's see here. They fixed some of the, what is it, ALA missions or ACA rep missions, like their iron challenges. A couple of them were fixed up. And the Arcadian brokers, they're still trying to work on them. Or I'm sorry, the Arcoin brokers. Well, they are Arcadian, but the Arcoin brokers are still trying to get fixed. So yeah, all right, we'll get back to that. Let's hit Siren. And I typically don't hit Siren or Next Island, and I'm not going to cover Next Island, but Planet Siren we'll cover because it's quite interesting, and I think they're heading in the right direction here. 5 new shopping booths. They're not for sale just yet, but they're there. They've been put in the game, and I would assume soon that we'll see them go up for sale. I would almost imagine that would happen before the end of this year. New event areas, which, you know, was going to happen here. There's a Cobaltium ingot. Nice, grass, man. I'm guessing if that may be Siren. Who knows? Okay, new low-level hunting areas with new creature. New ARC challenges for Siren, which is like their version of Iron challenges. What else do they get? Oh, new weapon amp scope and laser sights, and they have a chance while dropping while hunting, which I think is awesome. And new non-native, well, I shouldn't say new because they're really not new, but non-native resources have been found. So that's interesting because, you know, is that this was a shitty run, but I did expect, and I did say that earlier, that this was not going to be a good run. But let's head back, snatch up that Melky. Did I item info? Let's drop this. Boom, done. Okay. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a terrible run. I shouldn't have even done it here, but you know what? You get what you come for, right? Foma is just one of those places. Same with Hell. Okay, so non-native resources on Siren, which is why I'm thinking like some of the Cumbras, Alicinanes, all that stuff that's typically found on Calypso in abundance has been shifted towards Siren. So what I'm thinking is, you know, there's definitely an amount on these things that can be looted. You know, I've mentioned it before. Congrats, Hijacker, for new discovery. I've mentioned it before in another video about my Vita Stone, how I think it, you know, I discovered like a good majority of what can be found, and then afterwards, a bunch of it was discovered as well in mini HOFs and globals and whatnot, and I think that was pretty much the flood of Vita Stone into the economy, and that was about it. Now, oh my god, I've covered this in a couple videos, actually, and, you know, I do believe there's a limit on ores and resources within the game. I'm sure there almost has to be. Let's find out where this is here first. It was down there somewhere. Oh, there it is, okay. So I'm thinking they took a large chunk of that, placed it on Cyrene to be found, and, yeah, so that's where it's at. Now, I mean, that's not to say that Atlas and Cumbres and, you know, iron and stuff still can't be found on Calypso. Most certainly can. In fact, I still have been finding Atlas on Calypso. Let me collect this Melky real quick, and then we'll shoot back down to Calypso, and I'll tell you where. Where I've been finding that, because you may want to know, I haven't been finding it in abundance, but, you know, a couple claims per amp. You know, if you get a couple of amples, it's a good amount of Atlas, especially when it's up about 300% now. So this may take a little while, guys. I'm using the Calypso TT extractor, so bear with me. I know, right? That sucks. Hey, you know what? It's got to be done. It's all part of the game, right? So, okay, let's get back to talking about the Arcadian weapon rebalancing. Okay? The Arcadian weapon rebalancing. Basically, they changed the skill levels. So, say if I use a cap 404, and I don't have one on me, and I don't remember what the max amount of skills was to use it. I think it was maybe either 33 or 37 was the cap. So your SIB, like, it was like a 33, a level range 33. Come on, dude. Do it. Do it! Alright. So to max that gun out, you have to be like level 37. So say I'm level, you know, 37. I got the gun maxed out. I put 30, 40 bucks to buy that particular gun in a couple days ago, you know, maybe over last weekend. And then I bought a bunch of weapons for it. Hell, maybe I fucking pimped out my avatar and bought a particular set of, a particular suit with plates and everything else, plus an amp to fit that gun. You know, hell, maybe I went out and bought an A105 just to fit on that gun, or, you know, a VRX70 or whatever. And then what happens was, you know, well, we got the content release 2012.6, and you're out firing and you're hitting for like 20, 30 damage. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You take a look at your SIB, not knowing, because most of you guys don't read the patch notes. I understand that. You know, when I was a big WoW player, I never really fucking read the patch notes. Who really does anymore, anyway? So you take a look at your gun, and then you're looking at it, you're like, holy shit, I'm not even 100% on this gun. And then you do a little research, because you know that you didn't buy a gun where you spent 30, 40 bucks on. And then you go do a little research, read the patch notes, and then sure enough, they change the SIB. You fucking deposited, or you used 30 or 40 or 400 pet of your in-game money to purchase this gun, thinking that it's going to last you a few trips out, and it doesn't. And now you got to waste money in the auction to sell it again. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm glad. I am so glad that I don't have a gun in my possession now here. Not that it would matter, because, you know, I'm really, you know, I'm level 49 pistolier or whatever the hell I am. Yeah, it wouldn't matter if I had a 404, but a lot of you guys, it does matter, especially when you're in the lower levels shooting stuff. I can't believe they did that. I cannot believe they rebalanced an item in game and changed the requirements for it. Like, I'm sorry, that kind of pisses me off. Like, what's to say that they won't change, you know, mining gear requirements or something? Who's to say that you didn't chip in over this weekend to max out this gun, and you put a few $100 in the game, and now you can't even use the gun, and you can't hunt mobs efficiently and effectively because you don't have the skill for it anymore? Come on, Mindart, what the fuck? Seriously, pull your thumb out of your ass If you need an idea, ask the community. Get a fucking clue, because it's like ridiculous, I think. Anyway, rant over. But you haven't heard all of it from me, I don't think, because I hate to see them do something like this to the player base, to the community, and to change it. And now, you know, I know the Arcadian team is kind of going along with it, and it was a lot of the Arcadian weapons primarily. I think there was a few changes in the Calypso weapons, maybe the ISIS series. And I read a letter from the Arcadian team. In fact, I think it was included in their patch notes saying that, you know, they're sorry, this, that, and another thing. But in this respect, sorry doesn't cut it. It really doesn't. They should have forewarned people that there's going to be a weapon rebalancing and it's going to affect these weapons, so that they did not purchase these weapons a few days before. Alright, if you want to purchase it a week before, okay, but be warned that these weapons are going to be rebalanced and they may not fit your skill level requirement. Like, give us a heads up. Like, thank you for being transparent about the changes of mobs on Calypso and Arcadia, but why couldn't you just give us a warning a week ago that, hey, some of these guns are a little fucked up right now and we would like to rebalance them? Maybe you shouldn't purchase them for the next week until you see what the skill level is. Wow. I tell you what, guy, like, it's... I hate to see it because, and I hate to see the changes, I hate to see lack of transparency from the developers from MindArt, because it's a small community. There's only like 1,000 or 2 players, you know, estimation, that are really active all the time. You know, people come and go. There's a core group of players here. There's a core player base that has been in this game forever. I mean, I've been here since, you know, late 2005 to early 2006. And I have still seen the same people over and over, and I very rarely see new players. And when I do see new players, alright, take for instance this week. I have 9 new subscribers to my YouTube channel. That's awesome, because that only happened like the last 3 days. But a lot of these new subscribers come along, they're like, oh, great YouTube videos. They are either returning players, or they're new players that are absolutely completely new to the game. They spend a couple of weeks in and then they're gone, and I never see or hear from them again. You know, one of the reasons why I don't do discipleships, really. But wow. Listen to that fucking rant. Holy crap. I try to be lighthearted, guys, I really do, but I mean, it's an issue that affects us all, so how can I not be? So, Alice, if you want to see where it is, or where I've been finding it the last few nights, actually, I've been getting it pretty steadily here. Oh, what the fuck? Come on. Alright, this is what I've been doing here. Treasure Island. I've been hitting south here. Now, Morgan Strait is supposed to have Alyssa and Nenny's jail in it. I've not found any actually in the Strait. It's been noted, it's in my guide, it should be there, maybe I'm just not hitting it there. But actually, where I've been hitting it is south of it, completely out of the LA, in this wide area here. It's basically split. There's an ore distribution to the right here, and there's an ore distribution to the left, and it changes a little bit down there too. It's all a little bit different, but you can find Alice within that area. Yeah. So, that's it, guys. Anyway, thanks for listening to me rant. Oh my god. I guess a long time coming, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I'm off to Cyrene as soon as I sell some of this stuff. I am going to sell the crap out of this Melky. I'm gonna get 130 for it. I am. That was an awful run. That was a shit-tastic run. What is it going rate? Like 102. Why won't it pop up? Probably because my... There. Come on, you son of a bitch. Alright, well, it doesn't want to come up. For some reason or another. Maybe because it's in the loot window still. No, maybe it just does not want to come up. To hell with it. Alright, overall, maybe a little server lag or something. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Those with patch notes, and thanks for watching.